Hi everyone. So in this video, we'll talk about why I am so bullish on the Indian markets and why do I feel that the next bull run has already started for the Indian market. So let's get started. We look at a few points, both technicals as well as fundamentals, which are suggesting that the bull market has already begun in India, right? So if you look at the chart, so let's start with the broader market, especially the mid cap and the small cap index. So if you look at this mid cap index, so after a consolidation which started from almost October of 2021, right, that is when it hit a high here, right? After that it went through a consolidation for almost a year and 9 months, and now in June it has finally broken out with the RS also moving into the positive territory, which clearly suggests that this index itself has started its stage 2 up move, right? So the mid cap index, which is the broader market, suggesting that the stage 2 has already begun. Stage 2 is basically the markup phase wherein the bull market usually starts, right? So even if you look at the small cap 100 index, right, so even that had a breakout around that 1600 mark, sorry, 10,600 mark, and after that even the RS has moved into the positive territory, but still the small cap index is like 10% away from the all-time high, although the Nifty and the mid caps have already hit all-time high. This one is still 10% away, and also the accumulation has been fantastic in the small and mid caps from March end and April as well, right? So the big guys usually take position first and then the market rallies and then the retail start jumping in, right? So this is what I have seen technically, that the charts itself are suggesting that we are in stage 2, that is in the bull run. Now let us look at few of the fundamentals that are kind of suggesting that the worst is kind of already behind us. Okay, so although many people still feel that we are in recession and all of that, right, because even the main headlines throughout the last few months, right, has been like we are going into a recession, like Eurozone is in recession, US might go into recession if there are more rate hikes and all of that, correct? So but usually what happens whenever there is a recession, usually it benefits India, because India is 80 to 90% of the oil, right, is imported, and whenever there is a global recession, what happens, the oil prices cool off, which kind of helps India, and usually within 6 months to 1 year the Indian market start a bull rally. All right, so as you clearly see, crude from a level of $130 has already kind of cooled off to 70, right? And we are clearly seeing growth coming back in the Indian markets, right? So the very good monsoon, or else let's say average monsoon with very strong GDP growth and cooling off in commodities. So why commodities are cooling off? Because there is a global recession kind of a scenario. The commodities are cooling off, which is supporting this very strong rally that is happening, along with very strong accumulation in the broader market, right? So then now looking at what is the RBI forecasting. So the RBI forecast is saying that in Q1 of FY24, that is April, May, June, the last 3 months which has gone by, the GDP growth should come at 7.9%, right? So if it comes at 7.9%, chances are very strong results are going to be declared by most of the companies, because of the that is the top line being very robust, plus the cooling commodity price, that is cooling raw material prices, will definitely increase the margins. So I won't be surprised if the year on year results for most of these companies look absolutely fantastic, right? So with this, that is the growth coming back, commodity prices cooling off, right? And the last thing that would trigger the bull market, like you will be very sure that the bull market is going to continue for the next 2-3 years, is once the rate hike cycle stops. So that has already stopped. Once they start cutting rates, so once you cut rates, usually what happens, the demand spikes up, right? So if the demand spikes up, naturally the GDP growth is going to be phenomenal. And like Mr. Junjunwala said, that he wouldn't be surprised if India starts reaching double digit GDP growth in the coming years. So that can very soon be a reality, and India can even grow at double digit GDP growth. So looking at all these factors, the charts are already suggesting a bull run. Even the fundamentals look fantastic for India. This is majorly because of the China plus one, Europe plus one, and all of that is playing around, and also the government push towards the infrastructure, towards the electrification, the Vande Bharat theme, right? All that is kind of coming in together, and also due to the GST collection, right? Because of the financialization of the economy, right? What is happening? The GDP number, the GST numbers are absolutely fantastic. So even the foreigners are kind of bullish on India because of all these activities that are happening, and how the Indian economy has been robust and growing when there is kind of a gloom in the global markets. So with this, I'm pretty sure that the bull market has already started, and we should make a lot of money in the coming 2 to 3 years. Hope this video helps. Thank you.